Good morning from the Brown Thumb Garden. Hope everybody's doing good today. I just came outside a little bit ago to start taking a look at the plants and doing my morning routine. And I just wanted to say hello to everybody, and I thought I might give you a quick little tour around our garden, or what's here so far. We still have a lot of stuff to put in, and we're still working on a lot of things, but we've got a few things started, and I hope you enjoy. Stop number one on Brown Thumb Garden tour is our little raspberry patch. So this is kind of where it all started for me. I wanted to put some raspberry bushes in. We've got 4 different varieties. Got one called the Royalty Red Purple Raspberry. We've got Fall Gold Raspberry, Jewel Black Raspberry, and then down here we've got the same, and then we've got one called a Heritage Raspberry. And so it's a mixture of raspberries that are ever-bearing or producing all summer long. Some of them produce in the fall, some of them have multiple crops. Next stop on my garden tour is our container beds. We had a couple of large mature maple trees in our backyard that caused the ground to be just impossible to try to dig up. And I really liked the idea of doing the containers because I have a bit of a bad back, and plus they look really cool, and so I wanted to do that in my yard. So we've got 2 established right now, and I've got 3 more containers on the way. They haven't arrived yet, so hopefully they'll be at least in position by the end of the summer. But right now, in the first container, I have some broccoli and cauliflower growing. I've also got some carrots that have just started from seed not long ago. So as these grow and mature, I'll continue planting, because these are a bit of a cooler weather crop, so I can put in another round of them, I hope. And then in the second container, we have some different varieties of peppers and just some fun plants. In the peppers, there's a few things in here that I'm not really sure what they are, just because I planted a lot of seeds and they got mixed around, so we won't really know until they start blooming. But this little row right here, I do know that those are ghost peppers. We bought those already as seedlings as a fun plant. My husband wanted to grow them to see what we could get. And then we've got an okra plant right here. It's called a Baby Bubba, and again, we kind of purchased this one as a seedling for fun. Our little boy goes by a nickname of Bubba, so he thought that was really fun and cool, so it's kind of his little plant. And then here I've got a little eggplant, so just to see what would happen. I've really never done a lot of cooking with eggplant, and just trying to broaden my horizons. We also have a couple of other plants in here growing that were kind of donations from the place that we got our topsoil from. So I'm not sure exactly what they are, but I'm pretty sure the one is an ornamental clover, and the other kind of looks like it could be a marigold, but I don't really know. And then this thing is something, it might be a weed, but I'm letting it grow just to see. And then we have some kind of melon plant. Container area number 3 is kind of an interesting mishmash. Because of COVID, a lot of our gardening items were delayed in shipping, and so I had a bunch of plants started, seedlings going, and I had nowhere to put them. So luckily we happened across a smaller container, and I thought, well, it matches the other ones, it's just a little smaller, so we'll find a place for it once we get everything else completed. And in the meantime, we'll just use it for planting the seeds that we have. So we had some herbs going, so we've got a couple of different varieties of thyme. It is pretty sunny, so hopefully you can see. And then we've got a little variegated type of oregano, but it's being drowned out by everything that's over in this corner, which is some different varieties of pepper. And then on this end is a little plant called a cucamelon, or Mexican gherkin. And then here in the middle we have some kind of melon, which again was a donation from the place that we got our topsoil. I was curious to see what it would turn into, but as it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm thinking that it's a pumpkin. So I don't know if we'll end up just pulling it out before it does anything else, because obviously there's not a lot of room in there for a pumpkin plant, and it's drowning out everything else, but we'll see what happens. And final container area is our tomato plants and zucchini squash plants. We've pulled a few things off of these so far. The zucchini plants have produced about 4 fruits that we've been able to pull off, and I'll be cooking those up over the next couple of days. And then finally we've got a little planter. This is my daughter's little project. It's got some strawberries in it. They're an ever-bearing variety, so they're going to produce all summer long. But that's our garden, and as you can see, so far everything's healthy. Nothing has died, which is amazing, and we're starting to get some fruit that we can pick and eat. So there you have it. There's my little garden, and it's, like I said, it's still in a work in progress stage, but this is a good learning experience for me, and hopefully if I come across any challenges, I'll do that this year and fix or figure out solutions for them, and then next year we can kind of grow from that. So happy gardening!